Hey everybody, good to have you. We are doing yet another one of those silly, little, ever so enjoyable episodes where I'm just talking at you. I get to do a bit of fishing because I want to, and I get to take a topic that is either important to me right now or is just important in general. Maybe it's not even important. Maybe it's not even remotely important, but I just decided that we're going to go ahead and talk about it and spawn some discussion. What? Maybe? Possibly? Let's do it. This one today is a bit about weight loss. About getting into a shape besides spherical. Over the last 3 years, I have done terrible, irresponsible, deeply irresponsible things to my body that have just kind of, not like crater, not meteoric downfall type bad things, but just progressively taking less and less good care. It was advantageous when I was like really poor, like super poor, just because I didn't have enough food. And if you don't have food, you can't eat. If you don't eat, you don't get calories. If you don't get calories, you can't get fat. And that's I suppose like the big takeaway on this one right here, where I'm just kind of straight shooting with you. The laws of thermodynamics don't really change person to person. It's a law. It's physics. If you are eating less calories than you're burning, you lose weight. Like one of my favorite memes is someone asking a doctor on Twitter, "What can I eat to lose weight?" And the doctor just replies "less" in all caps. And that's kind of the philosophy I took for myself. I've lost weight before. I've gone through the process of having myself be too much me and then making myself less me. And it has always revolved around reducing my calorie count. Now, for me, I approach most everything in life aggressively. Just head on, full speed, no prisoners, gotta do it with the utmost discipline and principle. And it's only like serious life changes that have me change that. Have me stop doing it with that intensity. And it was a moment of like just being shamed by myself mostly, where I went, I am doing inappropriate things to my body. I am damaging my body. And I really, really do need to find a better middle ground. I have to find a place where I can both be happy with my consumption and I can lose that weight. I'm starting off aggressively. I'm kind of front-loading the task because I like digits. I like numbers showing up that are kind of just affirm progress, progress, progress. It feels good. It feels very empowering to take that control over yourself. And I've talked about it briefly on stream, but I wanted to bring it up here. In the last 4 weeks, I've lost 18 pounds. Now, that appearance of that loss is going to show up very, very oddly in my videos, because some of the videos I'm putting out, like that are coming out in sequence, they were recorded a month ago, a couple months ago, and they're only now getting edited because we kind of took a good stretch to do one kind of recording, and those are all just kind of encapsulated back in time. But a lot of the newer videos that I'm kind of doing week to week are going to have, me with a thinner face, or wearing less clothes because I feel more comfortable and confident with my body. I was walking away from the computer. I was going to take my breaks and stuff, and I was always feeling rather uncomfortable. I was ashamed to show you guys anything below the shoulders just because of how much damage I had done. And for me, personally, it's often taken a certain threshold of I've done this incorrectly for me to really grasp and embrace the fact that I needed to change something. In this case, I allowed myself to buy bigger pants repeatedly and go, the old one shrank. I ran out of pants that fit comfortably. No, these are work pants. These are work pants. Yeah, no, it's fine. This is fine. It wasn't fine. It was a lie. It was me lying to myself. And if you can't be honest with yourself, who can you be honest with? That said, I simply recognized that there was a problem, and I was very much aided by my master showing me towards an app. And this is me just, I'm not subscribed to them or anything. I'm not, being sponsored or anything. There's no affiliate links, though if they want to, I'm not going to stop them. MyFitnessPal. It's made by Under Armour. It's a free app. You can You can get the premium version for extra information, but otherwise it's not really important. You get access to the full food library that they have, and you can plot what you're eating across the day. And I found out that what I had been eating was horrifically dense in calories. And I very rapidly started getting an appreciation for things that weren't horrifically dense in calories. And so I have like a very balanced diet, along with the fact that I'm now taking men's supplements. I'm taking supplements for my body to make sure I'm getting all of those nutrients I might not be getting while I'm only at 1,000 calories a day. For most men, you can get away with 2,000 to 2,200 calories a day, and you're gonna be okay. That's kind of the maintain your weight kind of level. If you have like a more active or less active lifestyle, if you happen to be a YouTuber who sits on your ass for huge portions of the day, maybe less is good. Maybe you don't need that extra slice of cake. It'll taste very, very good, I know, and your crushing, emotional state would be temporarily well taken care of by that, but maybe it's the fact that you've had too many slices of cake that you are having some severe emotional problems right now. Just tossing that out there, flump. Maybe taking care of your body helps you take care of your mind. Anyway, all of that very much said, I was able to start gaining control over my calorie intake. And doing 1,000 calories a day, it sucks. Oh man, it sucks. Because your stomach kind of has this idea of how much food it's supposed to be getting day to day, and then it's not. And then it's like, hey. Oh, we had an arrangement, you and I. I had this kind of predictable image of what I'm supposed to get day to day, and then you, brain in a chassis riding on a biochemical vehicle, you're supposed to give that to me. And if you're not, I'm going to be very upset. And so just kind of embracing that for the first little bit. Anyway, week 1, lost 5 pounds. Week 2, lost 5 pounds. 3 and 4, I have lost 4 pounds each. I'm hoping I can maintain 4 pounds. 5 pounds should, I'm not telling anyone how to live their lives. 5 pounds should be the cap. If you're losing more than 5 pounds a week, a day would be bad. Don't lose 5 pounds in a day, unless you're having an amputation occur, in which case it's entirely understandable because that amount of meat needs to Good, great, awesome, we're on the same page. That said, 5 pounds a week, anything more than that, and your body kind of experiences a crisis, and because it's not good. But, just kind of a nice, healthy rhythm. Make sure you're getting all your nutrients. Make sure you're getting enough calories so that you're not, dying. Because it is fuel. It is fuel. In short, you need that. And your brain runs on glucose. And so just a nice, balanced diet to make sure your entire body is getting everything it needs to operate. Cool. That's good. And just measure it according to your own ability and measure it according to your own need. You also certainly don't need to do the way that I'm doing it. I'm not going to say that even at all. No, not the amount that I'm saying that is 0. That is how much I'm saying that. I want to emphasize, just really quickly, that not all bodies are like mine. I will emphasize that the laws of physics don't suddenly change based on body types. So, as ever, please make sure you speak to a nutritionist as well as a fitness instructor if you're planning to try and lose weight. My fitness-y goodness is going to come in a later phase. Right now, I work at a gym, and it feels so dumb being chubby while working at a gym. It's odd for my face. It feels like a contradiction, and that's another thing I've been dealing with. I'm like, and so I was trying to figure that out. And so The reason I say nutritionist is because it allows you to kind of talk with them about how aggressively you want to lose weight. And just remember, it's 80% diet, 20% exercise. Working at a gym, I am up and down, I'm on my knees, I'm on my feet, I'm moving around for 7 hours a day. That's pretty decent exercise. And so if you have it as part of your lifestyle, that you have extra levels of activity, awesome, good, great. But that doesn't give anyone permission to eat more calories than they're burning. Just keep that in mind. Keep that as part of your mentality. Now, I know that some people out there, they manage to maintain a balance on their intake, and then they kind of just make it work just by instinct. And to those people, good job. I'm not one of them. This is going to be one of those moments where I'm just saying, hey, not everybody's the same. We don't have the same minds. We don't have the same bodies. And to expect us all to have the same, have it be the same, nonsensical. Additionally, I'm going to go ahead and throw a lifeline on out to people who have insulin and or thyroid problems. I'm not chagrining you, and I want to make sure you understand that 100%. But those are serious medical issues that you definitely want to see a doctor about, and consult with a doctor about your desire to lose weight if you need to and or want to lose weight. Ta-da! Okay, disclaimer inserted there. Awesome, good times. Moving right along. My fitness portion, I want to be able to run again. The last time I lost weight, to the extent and the intensity that I'm losing weight right now, it was in high school. I was hey, Insipid historyness. Yay, Insipid! You tell us about when you were in high school. Oh, pinch your cheeks. Most of my schooling has been absolute rubbish. To this day, I can't watch any show set in elementary school, middle school, high school, even most college shows. I'm like, I left that drama in my past, and I never want to see it again. But to just kind of recap the story, because that's where it happened. Ta-da! I managed to hit 265 pounds. How many kilograms is 265 pounds? 120.2 kilograms. Good. Okay. 120 of them. That's how many kilograms I was. Da-da-da-da-da-F. And so maybe I was doing some damage to my face. So, it started out clumsily, to say the least. I started riding my bike to school. And then I got in a bike accident with a car, and that kind of broke the bike. So I started walking to school, and that was really, really good. And so my school was 4 miles from my home. All right, walking to school and home from school, that's 8 miles a day. But that was a start, and that was good. I started losing some weight that way. But what I wanted to push it. I wanted to keep going. So there's a physical education class that's inherent to most American schooling. So I went to the instructor and said, hey, I am working on the fluff suit, and I want to take it to the next level. I want to go running on the track during PE. And he was like, that's a great idea. Go for it. And so an extra hour a day, I was out on this track stretching and running. By the end of it, I was able to hit 5 miles inside the period. And that's really easy. That's a 10-minute mile 5 times in a row. A lot of people can't do that, but I could. It was awesome. I felt great. Everything that I experienced around me was better for having done that for myself instead of to myself. And so I could jog up a flight of stairs without having to that wasn't my life anymore. And that feels so good. And then there's that opportunity I wanted to, and that's the next thing I wanted to mention in this video about weight loss, is that you start finding that there are these other depths of life that you might have been overlooking, right? There are some times in life, and here's the part where I'm going to come a little bit closer and kind of get on out with you. There are some times in life where everything is shit. I'm not going to deny that. As an animal, we have these mental functions that say calories are good. Calories feel good. And it is entirely something that we can sympathize with when someone ends up eating food and becoming hooked on it. If your life is composed of trial and tribulation, who is to be surprised when that person develops a codependence on food, where they perceive food as the only thing in their life that is reliably good. They have trouble with their relationships. They have trouble with their emotions. They have trouble with their finances. They have trouble with family and friends. They worry. They're anxious. And this culminates in a feeling that they are not worthwhile. But what is reliable is food. And they eat it, and it's delicious. And, oh man, that worked last time, it worked this time, and it's going to work next time. The next time I feel sad, I can take food, put it in my face, and it's going to feel amazing. I'm not going to excuse the fact that I abused food to take care of myself emotionally, but I would be in a place of grand hypocrisy if I identified it, recognized the damage it was doing to me, and then did nothing about it. There are a great many actions and inactions that we may experience in our lives wherein we have the opportunity to be in control. And being in control doesn't always feel good. It doesn't have nearly the level of consistency for feeling good that food does. Last video, I talked about how much happier as a person I am because I have been doing these videos with you guys. Not just these videos, not these ones, but like working on videos for YouTube, working on Twitch with you guys, and how much happier as a person it's made me. That is a place of control. It took time, took effort, but it became a place where I had more control over myself, my environment, my destiny. And so I had this greater sense of worth and peace in my life. So while this episode is about weight loss, about my experiences, and about any advice I might try and give on the topic, I want it also to be about pleasure, about where we find confidence in ourselves in a world where unpredictability is a grand source of anxiety and stress, where my path is not your path, but it is better to be on a path than using food to use it as a balm for our wounds. I will always call industry, I will always call production of a content the grander of the options in comparison. So, I highly recommend that everyone kind of do a bit of introspection, look at what you're passionate about, look at your ability to make that thing, because there is so much joy that I have been allowed to experience as a person creating content than I could ever have had just by enjoying food. There's so much more. And I think that you all deserve to have it. As ever, I welcome you guys to hit me up in the comments. I would love to hear about what your passions are and what you think you would like to create. But until then, I'm going to leave you guys to it. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I look forward to doing another one next week. Take care, everybody.